Hello, hello, and welcome to Women's Wisdom Wednesdays. On these episodes, we come together every Wednesday to empower women, foster connections, and thrive on our journey of surviving womanhood. Today, we have a very special guest joining us. Her name is Lindsay Mears, and she has an incredible story to share. But before we introduce Lindsay, I'd like to take a moment to address you, our Surviving Womanhood audience. We want to remind you to visit our website at www.survivingwomanhood.com, where you can find valuable resources, connect with other women just like you, and stay up to date on our upcoming episodes, webinars, workshops, and retreats. We encourage you during our episode, or if you're watching us on the replay or listening to our audio podcasts, to actively participate by asking questions and adding comments. And if you have a story to share, we would love to hear it. This is a safe space for us to learn and grow together. And we'd like you also to share your favorite episodes. You never know who out there would need to hear the inspiring stories of our wonderful guests. So share them on your social media, remind your friends to take a look, and we'll look forward to seeing you every Wednesday right here. So now let's meet Lindsay. Lindsay is a nanny, loves children, so having children was very important for her and her husband, Paul. Lindsay's story is a testament to strength, and we'll be discussing her journey and experience, having made the choice to use in vitro fertilization, or IVF, in order to become pregnant. So, Lindsay, I also want to mention one thing. Lindsay lives in the New Forest, a very magical place, which is where we're going to hold one of our retreats in the fall of next year. So I'm very excited, and we're sure Lindsay will be able to join us then. And then we can all meet in person. Won't that be lovely?
Absolutely. Sounds great.
So I'm Kasey Conrad. I'm a well-being specialist and whole life coach. And my wonderful co-host.
Hi, I'm Bianca Cartin, and I'm a business and mindset coach.
So, Lindsay, is there anything I've left out that you would like to add to your introduction?
No, I think that's everything. Yes, thank you. It's just a long journey. Well, not long.
Thank you so much. So, Lindsay, we are so privileged to have you here today. And we're sure your journey will serve as an inspiration to many others out there. And so let's go to question 1. Can you share some of the challenges that you've encountered during your journey with IVF and how you've managed to find the strength to persevere through disappointments and challenges, and finally coming to this wonderful place of fulfillment?
Oh gosh, yes. It's been we've had such a curveball thrown at us, but we've got through it. So it's all been good, happy ending. But I think, I met my husband when I was 23, got married at 29. I thought, oh, brilliant, we can have children, that's the next step, isn't it? And then suddenly a year later, we found out we couldn't have children, and, we had to go through IVF, which was, it was fine, but a shock, mixed emotions, So I think I'm quite a positive person. I like to think I'm quite a positive person. So we kind of embraced it. We thought, okay, we were very lucky. We were given a funded cycle, so we thought we'd just go with it. So yeah, we did our cycle of IVF. We thought, brilliant, this is it. I didn't really look into. I just go with it. I don't really look into statistics, things like that. I just thought, this is our chance. We'd just go with it. So I did it, and unfortunately, we weren't successful at that time. so, you know, I just said, okay, that's fine. We managed to we were very lucky. We had our eggs frozen. We had about 15 eggs frozen. So we thought we'd give it another go. In the meantime, I think being a nanny helped me, because I was under no illusion how, how it's quite hard being a parent, isn't it? You know, so I just thought, okay, let's just kind of just enjoy life. So we got a dog. so yeah, got a dog to kind of like, just to use our spare time, fine. The following year, we kind of tried again, thought I'd give it another go. This time, we were successful. And then unfortunately, I think 2 weeks after we got the positive, it's brilliant. And then 2 weeks after, unfortunately, I had a miscarriage. So yeah, it was a massive roller coaster of emotions, and it's quite tough. I didn't prepare myself for how tough it was to go through IVF, the injections and the going to hospital and things like that. And I think I kind of was very naive when I went into it. I thought, oh, just, it's fine, it breathes it, I have a child, but, it didn't happen. So I think we just coped by just enjoying life, joining each other's company, and thinking if this is going to happen, then, eventually we want to make sure we make the most of it now without children before we do have children. Because, it's brilliant. It's just different with children, isn't it? So we spent lots of years going on holidays and things like that. We tried again the following year, and again, I'm successful. So yeah, it was a massive, I do like to think I'm quite positive, but actually it was quite emotional, and we spent a lot of money doing it, and I thought I'll just give it a rest for now. So we had 3 goes, obviously not successful. So we tried lots of different herbal, holistic therapies. I went to acupuncture, did kinesiology, which were great. It was really helpful, actually. But yeah. So then I've got this amazing job offer, and I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose because I've got no children. So I ended up in the forest, in the New Forest. And I think it's all about time. For me, it was timing and things like that. So I got speaking to a friend of mine, and she said she was going through this IVF treatment. And I just happened to say, oh, I've done it, been there, done that. So yeah, we kind of helped each other, and it kind of inspired me to kind of, by this time it was 10 years later. So I started at 29, and then I was nearly 10 years, 38, when I kind of had 2 embryos left. And I thought we were at kind of a crossroads. We were like, right, well, because you could only store them for 10 years. What do we do? Do we just write them off, or do we pay for another 10-year storage, or do we just go for it again? And I think because I spoke to my friend who was going through the same journey, just starting out her journey, I thought, we'll just give it another go, and yeah, lo and behold, we kind of like had our twins. We're very, very lucky. So we're 10 years down the line. So yeah, we got there in the end. So which is really good. So, but yes, it was definitely an emotional roller coaster that I never really expected to be. But no, it was yeah, definitely an experience. But I'm very pleased. We've got 2 beautiful children and couldn't be happier. So yes.
I think that's kind of amazing that you had 2 embryos only left, and
yeah.
you were near 40 at this time, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that
yeah.
this is the time that you were successful and everything went well, and there you were with your twins. I find that fascinating. It just kind of reminds me how the universe works, yeah. Right? Like, absolutely. It's exactly the right time. You lived some life. But I'd like to kind of circle back a little bit, if you don't mind, because this is an experience that loads of women and loads of couples go through, and they don't talk about it too much for a lot of different reasons. And a couple things I